Hey dude, I'll admit, I've been one of the biggest autoflower skeptics over the years. And it's not because I want to just hate on them, but it's primarily because of the hype. I've seen people act like autos are the same as photos, and a lot of the time, they just aren't. Period. Most times, smaller plants, not always, but usually less control, inconsistent quality, weird structure, and too often than not, flower that looks good online but doesn't actually hit when you actually try it. So when I went to Berlin for the Autoflower World Cup, I had one question in mind. Can 74 of the best autoflower strains in the world actually change my mind? Are autoflowers more than mids? Now, this wasn't me just going easy. This was me and the boys, and we judged things just like we would anything else. Smell, structure, resin, flavor, smoke, bag appeal, the full experience. And I'll tell you right now, some of these entries proved exactly why I've been skeptical, but some of them genuinely surprised me, believe it or not. So after flying across the world, trying 74 different autoflowers, and experiencing a whole lot of different stuff, did I finally change my mind on autoflowers? Are they more than mids? Well, let's find out in this episode. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Off top, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Damn. And bitch, don't check me, bitch. Check the air quality. Numbers. Yeah. Dysons and shit. You know what I'm saying? $500 fans and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's something slight though, you know what I mean? Run that. I was born in 91.
Now, if you're new here, my name is Rob. We talk all things herb. Today in particular, we're going to be going over our trip to Berlin, Germany. We tried 74 different autoflowers. We wanted to find out if these are actually going to be hitters. Allegedly best in the world. And with 74 samples to try, there was a lot to do. And it was a big trip. And I only shared part of it in this. If you're able to tune into some lives or see my stories on Instagram or over on X, you saw some extras. But otherwise, this is what you're going to be able to see. But before we do that, quick shout out to the brands who support this video and also bring some awesome discount codes for you. If you thought VivoSun was already pushing the limits for grow technology, just wait until you see what's coming next. They recently unveiled several exciting new products at Mary Jane Berlin, including the X42 AI controller, which is an intelligent system that learns your grow environment automatically and adjusts temperatures, humidity, airflow, and lighting to help create optimal conditions for your plant. They also introduced the new AI Grow Cam, which features advanced plant monitoring, thermal imaging, and smart diagnostics that can help identify plant issues before they even become a serious problem. And for lighting, VivoSun has the AeroLight Bar series, combining powerful LED performance with integrated airflow technology for better canopy management and more consistent growth. You can even dial in the light spectrum with this one. If you're ready to upgrade your grow today, check out VivoSun's full lineup of innovative products and save with discount CLtv when you're shopping directly on their website, or use code CLtv Watch over on Amazon. Big thanks to VivoSun for supporting CLtv. From beans to the community, Seedsman has been holding it down. Now, if you're looking to get anything from Seedsman, use discount code CLtv at checkout to save yourself a little bit of yen and help the channel. But real quick, what are autoflowers? Let's break that down. So an autoflowering plant is based on its age, not on the light cycle. So essentially, once the taproot hits the sides, or once the plant gets to a certain age, it's going to grow. It's going to start to flower. And at that point, you have a lot less control. But that trait comes from the ruderalis type, which was first formally discovered by D.E. Januszewski. Now, we noticed plants that behave differently than the common cultivated types. Instead of waiting for seasonal light changes, it could flower on its own timeline. And this made sense for the harsher areas of like Kazakhstan or Russia, the harsher climate, so to speak, for plants like these to grow on their own and to survive on their own. Now, the main advantage is speed and simplicity, and not having to worry about obviously the sex of your plant. A lot of people love that, especially when you're looking at places like Germany that have a very limited plant count. So autos as a whole, they serve a purpose. There is definitely a place for this, the application, and I do think there are good ones out there. However, it just seems more and more they're just good looking. They can sell online, they look okay there, but the end result just is a lot left to be desired, and it's just something for me that I've been very played out on. Ruderalis flavor to me is almost like licking an envelope. It just has this aftertaste, this tinge, this unfortunate mouth coat that I just really don't like, and it seems across the board almost every one of them have it, except for a few. And it's crazy to me, the couple that I had from the brands that I've had, because honestly in the past I've given these brands absolutely dog water ratings, but I'll have to say I stand corrected. They do serve up a couple good ones. Now, bias aside, it was an honor to be able to judge this, and the only reason it happened was because the team over at the AWC reached out to me and they wanted me to judge. But luckily we were already going to Berlin with the homie Pigeons 420, Northern Scrogger, as well as ICanTV, and Swank the Tank was going to be there as well. So I figured let's see what we could do. Let's check it out. And I asked them, would it make sense for us to all be judges? And of course it did, because we're some of the most critical people on the web when it comes to autoflowers, at least Pigeons and I in particular. So it was time for us to head over to Berlin, Germany and give it a go. Now, as soon as we got there, we went to a place called Up in Smoke Berlin, and this is where the judging started.
There she is, bud. And we have to start. Sorry. It's a whole lot of auto right there, bud.
Let's hope we got some fire on it. Please, please.
Look at this guy. This guy just threw them. This guy just threw the boxes in the backpack and said, "We're out."
Peace to the God. Peace, Allah. Hey, yo, there go that brother Grand Poobah. Heard that brother got knowledge. Yo, True and J, brother. Yo, let's have that brother come over and add on to the site.
So we vigorously went through all the samples. We checked things out over and over and over. So many smells, so many Rudies, just unpleasant to be honest. But there was a few that stood out of the pack. Number 4, number 7, and number 11 just really were next level. And also number 19, and this was N19. Now, there was others that weren't bad and didn't have heavy ruderalis flavor, but they were just very mild, nothing crazy about them. But there were so many that had really good look to them. If you didn't smell them and didn't smoke them, they were amazing, honestly. They were 7s and 8s. But when you looked at the overall product, the consumption of it just really didn't hit for me, especially when you looked at something like these just ruderalis flavored Rudy Giuliani's. That's the best way to put it for me, honestly. Me and P vibed on that one. It just, they all have this similar flavor and I really don't like it. It's unpleasant. And I know that may be a personal preference. Maybe you like it and that's totally cool. If you do, it's great. Great autos. But me personally, almost all of these samples I was able to tell and they got the ratings that they did.
Bro, this is fire. I think that one is good.
Come on, mate. Come on, bruv. Come on, bruv.
He's pointing on camera again, bro.
Get the towel.
Yeah, we got you.
Look at me. I can't get a towel. I got Hoochie Daddy shorts and weed, man.
You got that on camera?
You always got
I got to hold that camera.
Yeah.
These were recording too.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. Oh, man. He can. I can.
He did that on purpose.
He did.
You guys have to feel like he's like, you can't do
Think they'll kick us out now?
I can work it for you too. I can work it for
Work
you.
that shit, bitch. Work it, girl.
We went through nearly one whole box with the 5 of us powering through all of the samples. Now, some samples were presented better than others, but nearly all of them had a decent look to them at the first glance. Now, as we got deeper into the box, we noticed that some were better than others, and they often had the similar smell and flavor, that Rudy flavor, besides a few entries. We had to go through the rest of the entries, and the ones flipped over here are the ones that were decent, but the ones that are flipped over don't mean they were the best ones. There were a lot of entries that honestly shouldn't have even been in the competition. I feel that the growers did exceptionally well, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, there were a few that were questionable. Most were grown decent, but the genetics is really the biggest issue. Very bland, very ruderalis flavored, and I felt like I was licking envelopes all day. It was just tasting like nothing but ruderalises. But one of the samples may have been cured poorly, or the terps were just a little different, we'll say.
This one's actually not that bad. It's not great. It's not that bad. Some of the others wouldn't like this. Yeah, I don't like the smell of it, but it's got chips on it. It's got chips.
Yeah. For that reason, I'm gonna put it over here.
It's not my kind of chip.
Yeah.
But you can see like nice color variations too.
It looks like good weed. Somebody see that? Like, that's good weed.
Yeah. When you smell it, get into it, you feel the autos. I wouldn't say it's shit, but it's like get into it, you feel the autos.
Okay.
A connoisseur can like tell.
That smells like piss.
This one smells like piss. Yo, P, smell this.
It smells like piss.
Okay, let's switch it up. You tell him this one smells like piss.
Yep.
Let's see if you can.
Which one do you think smells like piss?
Yo, P, come.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Of these 4?
Yeah, which one do you think smells like piss?
Let me know what you think. I shouldn't have told you.
You didn't say nothing.
This one.
He's right.
My dog! That smells like piss. Yeah, fucking make that shit out. It's like a G, bro.
Ammonia piss.
You literally went through all. This one, yeah.
Before we were able to go and do the actual award ceremony and find out who the winner was, we had a few things to do on the way there. We went back over to the smoke lounge that the Autoflower Cup had set up for us to consume at. It's a pretty cool place. CNC Stoners or Up in Smoke Berlin. Definitely shout out to those guys. Great staff and a great vibe.
I like it. It's a pretty bud. It actually smells kind of decent. Yeah. Rudy.
It's a mix of all the Rudies.
No broken pets. They break like in cold water. I know. No cold pressure and not cold heat. You guys, yeah.
Hello, brother.
From there, we were back on the road on the scooters, and we went over 600 kilometers. We were out there bombing around everywhere.
Until the break of time. Life cannot go by the letter. Time, Prozac can make it better. Noise, any kind will do. Can you feel it slip away when it's all on you?
And while we were doing it, we ran into our buddy Vince and Weed. We talked a little bit of business, chopped it up a bit, and we discussed this awesome event he had going on that night called Turp Up Your Life.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.
Shout out to Vince and his wife and everybody that helped put on Turp Up Your Life. Banger event. The vibes were immaculate and the jams were jamming, courtesy of our homies from America, Mendo Dope Boys. We also went to a few heady sessions with the Dr. Dabber team and my dog Swank. No blunts, but lots of great extracts and art.
My man's got a whole ass shit.
Out of here in 4 hours. Oh, yeah. You didn't sugar comes out there, honey.
The next day was off for the AWC award ceremony, and this was taking place on a boat. A little different.
What does it say?
I assumed he has an apple on the back.
Those guys right there. That boat right there. We're going there. For reefers. I broke.
Oi. Oi.
Do you think we're smoking more myths? The likelihood is it's myths. 7 of 74. If number 4,
Number 4, I think, is the top
7
one.
or 11 don't win, or maybe it was 11.
11 was the top
11,
one.
yeah. Those 4.
4, 7, 11. Was it those?
4, 7, 11, 19. Yep, 4, 7, 11, 19.
It's gonna be a tough one,
If
guys.
those don't win, something's going on.
Yeah, it's gotta be 4. I'm interested to find out what strain 4 is, what breeder 4 is, and who grew it.
Probably fast butts.
Like, regardless of if it wins or not. Number 4 stood out.
For real?
Yeah, that stood out for me.
Must have been about 1:30 when I ducked with the Raven, hit the M1. Man, them in the whip and they're acting dumb. Speed demon going close to a tongue. You wanna know where we're hyper? Just left the Raven, my rider. Right now it was getting on top. Blue lights in the rear. It was.
Thank you so much. No one appreciate it.
Now, we weren't able to smoke inside the boat, but who wouldn't want to put a few in the air with this beautiful view? I mean, well, I honestly didn't at the time because the blunts kept canoeing, but still a great view. It's amazing. The award ceremony was an intimate vibe, being that it was held on a boat and not a traditional venue. Right away, we ran into more fans of the show, which is definitely awesome. Shout out to my Deutschland Gromies. The homie Chubbs entered the competition with Fast Buds, of course, representing the American home growers. It's always great running into him and his wife.
Smoke cigars. Don't smoke a pipe. I don't smoke the reefer.
No warrant, avoiding arrest. One policeman, I prick, the other one bless. Asking myself how I get in this mess when I ain't the one that's smoking cess. Am I free to leave? I suspect you've been smoking weed. If this is the case, you're coming with me. I'll ask you again, show me ID. What's wrong with this guy? I'm talking on point, how the hell am I high? Right about now, they're just killing my vibe. Not even a talk, swear down, no lie. I just wanna go home. I'm getting pissed off with a change of my tone. Either nick me now or leave man alone.
For Indica Dominant Autos, Fast Buds took the top 2 spots. First place went to Mendo Frost by Fast Buds. The second place went to Gorilla Z Auto. The third place went to Bubble Gummy Auto by Ethos. Sativa Dominant Auto first place was Trainwreck Auto by Royal Queen Seeds. Second was Mango Frost Auto by Fast Buds. The third also went to Fast Buds with Mango Cherry Runts. Then we had the best new at Auto. Now first place went to the homie Stefan for Voyager F1 Auto by Bud Voyage. Great meeting you, dude, and congratulations. The best auto breeder was decided online, and this was a popularity contest, and it was dominated by Fast Buds. Shout out to them. They obviously have a massive presence at the competition and amongst the growers.
I don't smoke the reefer.
So out of 74 entries, 4 of them were hitters in my opinion. And believe it or not, these came from Fast Buds and they came from Royal Queen Seeds. These are 2 brands that in the past I've given awful scores for in terms of quality or lack thereof, and obviously I've been wrong, so to speak. Not completely. I know you guys are sitting there chomping at the bits because there was over 20 entries total from Fast Buds, and out of those, I'd say only 2 of them are worth the shit. Now the team is awesome. I won't take that back no matter what, but there's just so many missers and not hitters when it comes to the releases, and I think the marketing is great and a lot of the plants grow awesome, but they just lack. But these 2 were some of the best autoflowers that I've ever had. The Mendo Frost was definitely solid, but the Mango Frost was an absolute hitter from them. Definitely enjoyable. Could barely tell it was an auto. I honestly thought maybe we were consuming a photo and somebody made them the switcheroony, but that one was a slapper. And some people will say, well, how do these guys always win all the time? But I looked at some of the judging and I will say some of it was a little bit wild. There was one fella who, I believe he's one of the more originators or person who popularized autoflowers, but he thought everything was fire, which was crazy to me because I don't know, man. I don't know, but to each their own, obviously. If he was into it, that's cool, but that skewed a lot of the voting, and I do think that played into some other brands winning that maybe shouldn't have. And in terms of the judging for best brand, it was definitely a popularity contest. Whoever has the most community that they've built, the strongest community that they've built, the largest email list, or can incentivize people, they're definitely going to win. But overall, I will say when it came to some of the better flavors, the leader of the pack was definitely going to be Fast Buds and Royal Queen Seeds. And blows my mind. I know. A runner-up for that I'd say would be Good Genetics from the homie Sebastian. He had a Permanent G, I believe it was, and that was a solid one. I can't believe it wasn't in the running as a winner, but maybe next year, brother. The other was from Royal Queen Seeds, and believe it or not, blew my mind. This was Trainwreck Auto. And by no means was this Trainwreck. This was 100% of runts. Across the board, this was so runtsy. But it was solid, man. There was no ruderalis flavor, and I'm a firm believer that this is because that terpene that mixes well with ruderalis is oftentimes a limonene or something that leans with a citrus or with a candy flavor, and it does very well at kind of masking that ruderalis or blends well with it like a mixed drink. And I'm not a total hater on it. I get people enjoying maybe that flavor, but I just personally hate it. I really don't enjoy it. So I guess that would be a hater in a sense. But if you like it, to each your own. Totally, that's the case. But I will say I was proven wrong. There are some decent autoflowers out there, but to hunt through 74 to find them, that's pretty tough. So in conclusion, do I think autoflowers are dank? No, absolutely fucking not. Majority of them are mids. However, there are some hitters out there if you're willing to hunt or if you're a gambling man. Big shout out to the team over at the AWC. Maybe see you guys next year. We'll see if there's some better entries, but I appreciate the hospitality, taking care of the homies and having us over. Such an amazing crew, great-hearted people. Thank you guys. And until next time, stay lifted. Peace. Most growers are either running bottled salts or they're guessing with dried amendments, hoping that it works well. Stash nutrients though, they're built different. Stash Base and Stash Bloom are dry soil amendments, and you top dress your soil, water it in, and let the soil biology do the rest of the work. Then Stash Blend takes it a bit further. It's an instant microbial tea, mix it in with water, drench your soil, and it helps unlock those nutrients even faster without the synthetic salt buildup. No complicated feeding charts, no chasing runoff numbers, just structured nutrition and living soil working together. If you want control without overcomplicating your grow, you need Stash Nutrients in your garden. Go to stashnutrients.com and use discount code THESTASH.